Okay, hi everyone, and thank you for attending today's work health and safety meeting. So the attendance here today is Kate Fuller, who is our studio manager, and then Carly Smith, who is my colleague instructor. And we are going to go through an agenda today on workplace health and safety, and the minutes are we are starting today at 10:20, and it's the 18th of December 2025. And the agenda items today that we will be covering are requirements for risk assessments and meeting. And then number two is work health and safety hazard findings, control measures, how we review control measures, reason emergency incidents, and stress and fatigue form that we'll go through after that. Is everyone happy with that?
Sounds good.
Lovely, thank you. So just to go over a little bit first why we are running these meetings. So why the facility is required to manage risk is like as a workplace and a fitness facility, we have a legal and an ethical responsibility to protect the health and safety and well-being of basically everyone who enters our environment. And that can be your staff, contractors who come to work there, and members of the gym, obviously. Pretty much anyone who sets their foot into our gym. So, under the Work Health and Safety Act 2011 and the Work Health and Safety Regulations, our facility is considered a PCBU, which stands for Person Conducting a Business or Undertaking. And that means that we're legally required to do things like identify hazards, assess the associate risks, and implement effective control measures. And then we also have to review and monitor those controls regularly. So the duty of care applies to all activities within the gym. So that's the equipment use, exercise programs, maintenance work, interactions between the workers and the members and the clients. And the law also requires us to ensure that, so far as reasonable, practical, um, that we are free from risks that could cause an injury, illness, and harm. And that includes things like safe equipment, clear walkways, proper supervision during training, having staff training, and everyone being aware of the emergency procedures and incident reporting systems.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's not just about compliance requirement, it just actually helps preventing accidents, and it really makes the environment a bit more supportive, and it ensures that the team can work confidently and safely. So that's what today's meeting is, a part of our ongoing requirements to consult with our workers and review those systems and continuously improve our safety practices. So that is number one on the agenda. So we're going to go through some of the hazard findings. So one hazard that we have found is water spilt on the floor close to the water fountain,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
that carries like a risk rating of moderate because there could obviously be
Yeah.
an injury if someone slips. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one. Another one was that was identified was a frayed cable on the cable machine, and that's,
Right.
yeah, that's really quite a high risk rating for that. There could be injuries, and yeah, people could hurt themselves on the machine. And um,
Mm-hmm.
then we have number three would be cluttered walkways. So I was noticing some loose dumbbells lying around and mats and bags in the thoroughfares, and people not putting things away properly. So the big tripping hazard. So those were or the findings last time we did the checks, and the control measures for that would be, I was thinking with the water spilt on the floor that we could probably put up some signage
Mm-hmm.
that people need to take care when they fill up the water bottles.
Yeah.
Also to put paper towels available close by
Yeah.
so that they can just wipe it off if they have an accident. And then that we have schedule of regular staff checks, that we incorporate that into the daily habits of the
Yeah.
staff on duty. Um, it could also be a matter of having a look at the structure of the water fountain if there's anything that can be done to avoid, and that would be more of like an engineering
Yeah. Okay.
intervention.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the frayed cable, well, that's definitely going to need some engineering interventions. We're going to have to, I actually put up a sign straight away that not to be used, and that's got to be there in place until it's been fixed. So we have to, so we have to get the maintenance guy to come out to look at that and repair that. And then
Mm-hmm.
we need to have we already have a good staff reporting system in place that when these things are noticed, we are notifying all the staff members so that they are aware to not use that machine. And so that's probably something that's going to take a little bit longer to fix. So I've already
Yeah.
put out the call to the maintenance guy, and obviously being close to Christmas, that's going to take a little while. So it's
Yeah.
not going to happen until January.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the first intervention can happen straight away. We've put up signs already and put paper towels out,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then with the cluttered walkways, well, we managed that at the time and cleared the walkways. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
we need to probably implement some better storage systems.
Yeah.
So maybe have a few lockers in the gym area. So if someone has a bag, they can put it in there. And then also making sure that staff is vigilant and using that
Mm-hmm.
in their rounding as well to make sure that nothing is cluttered. And that
Mm.
can be implemented pretty much straight away, which it has been, just the storage system that we need to organize. And that will be in January because it's hard to get hold of these things before Christmas.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, we just need to be very vigilant and making sure
Mm-hmm.
with our roundings that things are clear. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we've put up that signage as well. So when we come back, let me see. So number 4 on the agenda would be how we review the control measures.
Yeah.
So once we come back after closure over New Year's, we will have a rounding again and
Mm-hmm.
see that the systems that we have implemented with signs and stuff like that are in fact working. And also we will then see how the maintenance situation with the frayed cable has gone,
Yeah.
and just follow that up if it hasn't been fixed.
Yeah.
And then number 5 on the agenda, we had a recent emergency incident, unfortunately. So that happened. It was at 6 a.m. on October the 1st, and I was
Mm-hmm.
alerted by a gym member named Michaela about another gym member, Mr. Giovanni, having fainted and had hit his head on the ground. And
Mm.
at the time of the incident, I was coaching a class in the room next door. And Michaela witnessed the incident and she alerted me. And the incident involved the free weights and Mr. Giovanni, Michaela, and myself, the fitness instructor, in the
Mm-hmm.
weights room. So, what I did at the time of the incident is that I immediately stopped my session and attended the scene and ensuring the area was safe. I had someone else just attending my class while I attended the
Mm-hmm.
incidents, just making sure everyone was safe around Giovanni and that Giovanni was kept safe. And I checked that he was breathing and responsive, and he was. And I just provided the first aid within my training and asked Carly to go and ring 000 and to notify
Mm-hmm.
myself at the time, as you remember. And I was sat with the member, Mr. Giovanni, at all times until emergency service arrived. There was no visible blood or anything that I could see. I just kept him still and
Yeah.
comfortable and warm until the paramedics arrived and they took over the care, and
Mm-hmm.
the area was secured, and then the incident was documented
Mm-hmm.
according to our gym reporting
Yeah.
procedures.
Yeah.
And you would have received it, but I electronically sent that incident report to management on the same day, but in the evening.
Yeah, no, all received. Yep.
Yeah, great. So then we have, and I've checked on Mr. Giovanni since as well, actually, and he's absolutely fine. He's come back to the gym. He's gone and had a medical check. He had a bit of low blood pressure that day.
Okay.
So they've checked his blood pressure medications, and he's now all good again. He's had a clearance from the doctor. And then the last bit on the agenda would be the stress and fatigue form that we've all done. Carly has already submitted her form. You've spoken to her about that. And now with mine, it's really not come out as anything that needs to be addressed. I'm just going to have a look at the form. So bear with me, I'm just bringing that up now. Obviously, we carry out work for long periods of time that are physically demanding. I carry out long work for periods which are mentally demanding. And the work roster does not include shift work. So I have my set hours, and I have more than 10 hours break between each shift. So that's not an issue there. And I work at it's called low body clock time. So between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Obviously, we teach classes at 5 and 6 a.m. So I don't have any of the symptoms listed on the form, like falling asleep at work or reduced capacity or anything like that. I feel I'm happy at work. I don't feel stressed. I don't have any symptoms like that. So, however, just always to be mindful of is that I prioritize my sleep at night of the morning that I'm working, and I take adequate breaks, and I have good food. I keep my hydration levels up, and I delegate work when possible to avoid any burnout. So I really feel I'm supported in that regards, and don't feel like there's any interventions that I need. Don't know if you have a different opinion on that.
Oh, that's good. And then were you feeling stressed or overly concerned with those incidents that had happened? How did you manage your stress in those times?
Yeah, no, thanks. I think the team at the studio was very supportive. Everyone checked in. We had a little debrief afterwards, and everyone got to sort of put their 2 cents forward, and that really helped. So the debrief was really, really good, and I think that's something we really should keep going with. And then, and then I just sort of had a chilled evening that night, and spoke about it when I came home and that. So no, it was all fine. And also checked in on Giovanni, and just knowing that he was fine was reassuring. So I think it was a successful outcome. Everyone did what they were supposed to do, and we were successful in managing that situation. So
good.
You agree, Carly? Yeah. She did a really good job in just monitoring the class as I stepped away. So
thank you, Carly.
Yeah. So I think that actually concludes the meeting today. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think that all sounds great, and it's things that have been reported back into me with our reporting system. So so far the signage and everything is all working, as long as your well-being is high and you're looking after yourself. And if there's any questions or feedback that you have, just always come out and reach out to me.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Katie. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And thanks,
all right.
Carly.
Have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you.